chapter 1 of class 7th prep guide, which is named as integers. So, the learning objectives are written down here, which we'll cover in this full video. So, first, we'll understand what is integer. So, integer is a collection of whole numbers and negative of natural numbers. So, if you combine the whole numbers and negative of natural numbers, it is called integer. Thus, integers are collection of the numbers of the type -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. The number 1, 2, 3 are positive integers, and the number -1, -2, -3 are negative integers. And the number 0 is neither positive nor negative. Now let's represent this in a number line. So as you see here, they are already given us with a number line. The numbers behind 0 are known as negative integers, and numbers front of 0 are called positive. But 0 is a not even a positive integer nor a negative integer. It is middle of them. So now we are going to learn about addition and subtraction of integers. So if you want to add a positive integers, we have to move to the right side on the number line. For example, we can take any number. For example, 0. If I want to add 2 to 0, 2 is a positive integer. So 1, 2. 0 plus 2 equals to 2. Now, if you want to add a negative integer, then you have to move towards left on the number line. So, if I want to do 1 minus a negative, sorry, 1 plus a negative integer, so we have to move towards the left. 1 plus -1 equals to 0. Now, if you want to subtract a positive integer, move towards the left side. So again, we'll take a positive integer 2, and we can take another positive integer which is 1. Now we'll subtract this both. 2 minus 1 equals to 1. So we understood that to subtract a positive integer, you have to go towards the left. And if you want to subtract a negative integer, for example -1, to a positive integer, yeah, then we have to go behind. -1 equals to -2. To subtract a negative integer, move towards the right on the number line. Do you know why? The reason for this? So the reason is, for example, I'll explain this with an example. 1 minus -1. For this, we can see that this is very difficult to solve. To make this easier, we'll take this 1 and 1 minus symbol and make it plus. So it becomes 1 plus 1. So we will put this the rule to the first rule. Now we are going to learn about absolute value of an integer. Absolute value of integer is a numerical value with no symbols. Now we have to know about additive inverse. Additive inverse is the opposite of the number. For example, A. A means you can take any number. 1. The additive inverse of 1 is -1. Additive inverse of -1 is 1. Now we are going to see the comparison of integers. So we understood that the positive numbers are greater than negative integers, and 0 is smaller than positive integer and bigger than negative integer. So we are going to next page. How to subtract an integer. So if you want to subtract one integer from another integer, it is simple to add link the additive inverse of the integer, as I explained to you upper. Now we are going to see the properties of addition and subtraction of integers. The properties of addition. Closure property. For any two integers x and y, the sum x plus y is also an integer. Commutative property. For any two integers x and y, x plus y is y plus x. For example, if you put x equals to 1 and y equals to 2, 1 plus 2 equals to 2 plus 1, as we learned this in the previous grades. Now we are going to see the acidity property. As we learned in previous grade that you can add in 3 to 4 numbers as you want, the answer is same. The same is explained here. Additive identity. For any integers x plus 0 equals to 0 plus x equals to x. Means if you want to add 0 to x, then the answer is x only. So 0 is additive property of all the integers. Now we are going to look at the properties of subtraction. Closure property. For any two integers x and y, the difference x minus y is also an integer. Commutative property. For any two integers x and y, x minus y is not equals to y minus x. Your subtraction of integers is not communicative. Addition is communicative, but subtraction is not. Assertive. As we learned in previous gates, that we can add a integers however we want, but in assertive property of subtraction, we can subtract it as our wishes. Now we are going to do self-test one. Word pointed number line shows 6 minus 2. As you know, the 6 minus 2 is 4. So the 4 is marked as T. As we see here. So answer is D. If the temperature of Jammu is minus 3 degrees Celsius and that of Himachal Pradesh is 14 degrees Celsius more than Jammu, then find the temperature of Himachal Pradesh. As we know, the temperature of Jammu is minus 3 and Himachal Pradesh is 14 more than Jammu. So we are going to do minus 2 plus 14. Minus 2 plus 14 equals to 12. Hence, answer is 12. Now, the additive identity of minus 4 minus 5. As I said you, we have to take the both minus which are near and convert into plus. So it will be minus 4 plus 5. Minus 4 plus 5 equals to 1. They are the additive identity. So, additive identity of any integers is 0. Hence, the answer is 0. Which of the following options is true respect to the given number line? As we see here, p is less than minus 1. Hence, option D is the correct answer. Now we'll see the what is the value of the statement is true. As we see here, minus 14 plus x equals to minus 25 plus minus 14. Here, if we keep the minus 14 here and do addition, the answer is same. Hence, we understood that x value is minus 25. Hence, minus 25 is the answer.